Hello and welcome to one of the greatest stories in the world, Jeff the Killer. Anyone who doesn't think this story is amazing is an idiot because it's the greatest story in the world and I was not being paid to say this at all. Yeah! So let's see. Shall we just begin? I don't want to talk anymore. I'm being forced to talk. Yeah, I'll just go ahead. Excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown. Yeah, ominous unknown. Killer still at large. Hooray! That doesn't seem sad at all. After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. Alright, what happened? Did he try to rape him? I don't even think he tried at all. I think all he did was just put his dick in his butthole and then just put it out and then bye. He just runs out the window. I just survived. That's what he's like. I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like 7 in the morning. Oh my god, that's like too late, says the boy. I saw that for some reason the window was open. Even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it was either Jeff the Killer or your mom probably opened it while you were asleep. Don't ask why, she probably did. Yeah, I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. Yeah, that's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. Yeah, your mom is a stalker. Your mom is stalking you, and you should probably be scared. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed, and then I got a concussion. The end. And then I got a concussion. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed, then I got a concussion. The end. There, in the little ray of light, illuminating from between my curtains, were a pair of 2 eyes. It was my mom! She was stalking me. I ran. These weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes. They were bordered in black and just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth, a long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase, but said in a way only a madman could speak. He said, "Go to sleep." Yeah, it is. I think I should officially confirm that Jeff the Killer is the boy's father. Literally, literally. He said, "Go to sleep." He's like, "Go to sleep, man! It's like 2 in the morning! Why are you up? Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Go to sleep! Ah! Just go to sleep! Go to freaking sleep! I'm tired of your crap, Timmy! Timmy, you gotta go to sleep! You got school in the morning! You better go to sleep now! Otherwise I'm gonna beat you! I'm gonna beat you with this whip! And then the kid just screams, "No, Daddy, not the whip!" And he just, yeah, you wanna come at me, bro? Yeah, let's go to, you wanna do this, bro? You wanna come at me, bro? You wanna intimidate me? You wanna intimidate me? I'm gonna beat you this way! Yeah! How do you like it, bro? How do you like it? Oh my god! I know I screamed. That's what sent him at me. And then, and she's like, "No, Dad, no, oh god! Jesus Christ! Oh my god! He pulled a knife, aiming at my heart. He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked. I punched. I rolled around. I rolled him around, trying to knock him off me. Yeah, I understand the kicking and the punching, but why would you roll around? That's what confuses me. That's when my dad busted it. No, that was your dad. The man threw the knife. It went into my dad's shoulder. Then he died, and then I died. The man probably would have finished him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police. So they drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash, like glass break. It's Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Steve Austin! My God! Stone Cold! Stone Cold has returned! I heard a smash. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out it to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes, and that psychotic smile. They will never leave my head. It's left my head multiple times. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in the story, please contact your local police department. Yeah, I found a guy. His name's Quinn. This perfectly describes Quinn. Or maybe it was just an average boy who smoked a lot of cocaine, so he cut out his eyes, painted his skin white, cut his mouth, and then stabbed the person. Then he found out that he enjoyed it, and now he does it for a living. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. Yeah, because, they had the budget. This story is crap, but, they still had the budget. His dad had gotten a promotion at work. Promotion! And they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Lou, couldn't complain, though. A new, better house. What was not to love? Jeff! That's what's not to love! And they were getting unpacked. One of their neighbors came by. "Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you, and I'm a barber. I live in a barber shop. I don't know. I just wanted to introduce myself and to introduce my son, Big Fat Butt." But she turns around and calls her son over. "Billy, these are our neighbors." Billy said hi and ran back to play. He saw the fear in Jeff's eyes. He saw the evil. It terrified him. He's like, "Ah!" He saw the fear. "Well," said Jeff's mom, "I'm Margaret, and this is my husband, Peter Griffin." It's Peter Griffin. "And my two sons, Jeff and Lou." They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. I think their mother wants the child to die. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom. "Mom, why did you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid." "Jeff," said his mother, "we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. No, we're going to that party, and that's final." Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do it. "I can't do anything about it. I am forced to." Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up to his room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at his looking at his ceiling, when suddenly he got a weird feeling. He was bored. He was bored. That's the feeling. He was bored. He was completely bored. Not so much a pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling. It was an erection. Oh my! Don't worry. You were just turned on. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and then it got stronger, and he walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. "All right, it's time for your school." As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that boner. This time it was his mom next to him. Was his mother next to him? It gave him a slight tugging pain, but he once again dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, Lube finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them. Oh my God! Only inches above their laps. Oh my God! They both jumped in surprise. "Hey, what the hell?" Well, actually, that's not what a normal person would say. They would actually say, "Oh my God, he's so cool! Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan! Can I have your autograph? Let me touch your nipples." The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his fan. "Oh my God, he's so cool!" Girls just suddenly just surround him, and he's like, "Oh yeah." The kid seems to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. Alright, so Jeff is 13, so I'm older than Jeffrey. I'm older than Jeffrey. Jeffrey! 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 He wears an Aeropostale shirt and ripped blue jeans. Yeah, he's so cool. Hold on, I'm gonna look for an Aeropostale. Alright. Oh, a t-shirt. He's wearing a t-shirt apparently. I guess. Right. Well. It looks like we got some new meat. Oh my god, it's steak. He thinks it's $10.99 steak. He thinks it's $10.99 steak at Outback. Well. It looks like we got some new meat. Time to eat. Suddenly, two other kids appeared. They just suddenly teleportation powers. One was super skinny and the other was huge. Oh my god, what was the other one a giant? Was it Andre? Was it Andre the Giant? Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect as a sidekick in here. And here's Troy, Andre the Giant's clone brother. They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. Oh, I love my lard. This is my lard. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling. Oh my god! I think all he did was really crawl. And I, said the first kid, am Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. And I, said the first kid, am Randy. No, for all the kids in the neighborhood, there is a small price for bus fare. Ooh, yeah. And if you catch my drift, Macho Man Slim Jim. Oh my god. Ooh, yeah. Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him. I had hoped you would be more... Wait. I'd hoped you would be more cooperative, Slim Jims! But it seems we must do this the hard way. Ooh, yeah! The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Oh my... This pocket does not have Slim Jims! Slim Jims! Jeff got that boner again. Now, it was truly strong, a burning sensation. Oh, he is aroused. He is clearly aroused. He stood up, but Lou distanced him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. That sounds great. Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet or else. Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah, and what will you do, Slim Jim Jeff? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. Yeah. Super effective! As Randy reached for his face, ooh, yeah, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed, oh my god, he was injured! He was legit injured! Oh my god, he's out of action for like 2 weeks! Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff. Yeah, Randy Savage, I don't know, which one would be Miss Elizabeth and which one would be Hulk Hogan? But Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy Savage to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming, ah! Ah! He's so much cooler than Savage! Ah! Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Tony straight in the stomach and fell down. As he fell, he puked all over. He puked. Ah, my stomach. As he fell, he puked all over Lou. Imagine if there wasn't a period after over, and that Lou could do nothing but look on in amazement at Jeff. Here's Jeff. How'd you? That's his question. That was all he said. They saw the bus coming. Yeah, the bus came. All over them. It was coming all over the kids and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing, so they started running as fast as they could. And that's where the story ends. They were never seen again. Yeah, the end. Yeah, the end. Perfect. Yeah, the end.